Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my channel, and also welcome to a special double feature, shall we call it, of this video, which is Flat Earth 101. The other feature of this is premiering right now over on MC Toons channel, so make sure go check that out after this, and if you come from MC Toons channel to here, enjoy a slightly more barman-esque version of it. Just as much drinking, but a lot more fucking swearing. So let's roll the intro and crack down with this absolute wank-spannery, muppetry, dopetry, stupidity that is this Flat Earther.
Hey guys, so it occurred to me that I hadn't just made a brief overview video of Flat Earth before, so...
Well, I'll save you the time on making this video. To understand Flat Earth, simply remove your brain, take your brain, put on floor, jump up and down on your brain, take the mushy mushiness, put it back into your skull, reattach top of skull. There we go, you're now a Flat Earther. Basically, you've unlearned everything you learnt from school, and you've forgotten how common sense works. You will look out over a flat horizon and go, it looks flat, completely forgetting that tides are a thing. You will also look at the sun and go, see, look, it's going to its vanishing point and we're not seeing it. Completely forgetting that when things get really far away that you can't see them, they slowly get smaller and smaller and smaller until you can't see them, as opposed to the sun, which slowly disappears bottom first. You will also look out over the horizon and go, yeah, that boat, yeah, it's vanishing from the bottom up to the top, forgetting that that's a completely and utterly stupid idea. So yeah, that's this video summed up in a nutshell.
To begin this, Earth and the planets, for example, specifically speaking, Earth, does not rotate around or spin around the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. Instead, the reality is that the sun and the moon and all the stars rotate around sort of the center of Earth.
Now, if the sun and the moon are rotating around one central point like this, yeah, it doesn't matter, we can only half see it, it's fine, then that does raise some interesting little problems, mainly this. And also, why, if I'm standing on the equator, do I see 2 points of rotation? Yeah, that doesn't work ever in favour of the Flat Earth, does it? And how does all the stars, when we disappear as we go further north or south, fit in with how we know and understand that viewing angles work on a curved surface? They're not like, hey, getting further away. These things are stupidly far away to start with, and even if you want to say, no, it's a dome, it's all a dome, you still have the problem of, why can't I see it from this angle when I should fucking be able to? And you say, it's too far away. I can still see the sun and the moon. Oh, no, you can't. Fuck you.
And the first way I would like to explain this is how water always conforms to a flat level. Now, if you take an extremely long pool and you fill it with water, and the pool has a sort of rounded dome sort of shaped, if you will, bottom, do you guys think that the water would go like this?
Now, to think on such a small scale as a pool that the water is going to curve to fit the pool, you'd have to be fucking moronically stupid. But then, to be fair, you have just taken out your brain, thrown it on the floor, jumped up and down on it, and then reinserted it into your skull. Which I'm not sure how works once you take your brain out that you're going to be able to jump up and down on it. But oh well. Now, let's quote the famous, the best, this.
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity! Gravity!
Thank you very much. And yes, if your pool is big enough, and we're on about a big fucking pool, you're going to get curve in that fucking water. And you're like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. How do you know? because tides are a fucking thing. We understand how tides work and we can predict them basically to the goddamn minute.
Oh, don't like you. I want to block you on Facebook.
Yeah, because that's Flat Earthers' normal response.
Above the surface of the pole, even if the surface of the pole was perfectly flat, the borders of the pole were perfectly flat, do you think that there would be a point where actually the water, though, would curve? Well, the thing is physically impossible. So physics tells us that water cannot do that when it's in, a thing. So why would it be able to do that when it's in between continents? So
Scale. That's all we're going to go into in this point. Just fucking scale. You have no goddamn understanding. You are trying to compare the oceans between continents and your backyard swimming pool, basically. Just no. I mean, we understand gravity enough, and we also understand how water works. And we also understand that the difference in water level between the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean along the Panama Canal is only about 3 foot, even though the high tides can differ by about 20 foot. So the average water height is only 3 foot, but if they're all the same oceans, how can each ocean be different heights in your model? It doesn't fucking work, does it? Oh, wait a minute. How silly of me. Flat Earth doesn't have a working fucking model. That would just be stupid to think that.
bottom line, that's impossible. The second thing I want to bring up is when you take a balloon, right? You take a balloon with a camera up way above the atmosphere.
Whoa. Above the what?
Up above the atmosphere.
Up above the atmosphere. Okay. And you expect anyone to take anything you say in this point with any sort of level of seriousness, not that you're just a fucking idiot who doesn't understand how far the atmosphere reaches or what the atmosphere basically entails. And you just looked at something that says,
Yes, 75% of the atmosphere is in this height. So you can only count the atmosphere as this bit.
no, because you saying up above the atmosphere and the response you're saying it is just fucking stupid and shows your lack of understanding and that actually fact your brain is now made of jam.
And you film down, you're always going to see a flat plane. Now, if you take one of these balloon cameras and you go up above the Earth and you film down with a fish eye lens, you're going to see what? A curve, right? Because fish eye lenses distort the image, right?
Yes, fisheye lenses distort the image. But you know what? You can get cameras that don't have fisheye lenses, so you can go and do that for yourself. Also, are you looking down or are you looking out? Because there's a big difference there. If you're looking down at this giant Earth that we live upon from a balloon, looking straight down, what are you going to see? You're just going to see a small section of a ball, and from the view you're looking at, looking straight down from a balloon, it's gonna look flat. I'm not even sure looking straight down on it how you'd expect it to look like a fucking globe anyway. You're just rising above something. So, reasons, I suppose, those little nice chocolatey chew things, because at this point they make more sense than anything you're going on about.
Is the vanishing point. Now, everybody who's gone to art class already knows everything about this. This is going to be very repetitious.
Nope, sorry, did my AS levels in chemistry, ICT, drama and history. Didn't really bother much with art at GCSE levels, and what I did, I tried to do as much pottery as possible. But there was some drawings also looking into reflective light bulbs and then drawing the room around us, which we then had to go and cut out of this weird laminate-y stuff and make presses out of. That was quite fun. But yeah, vanishing point, no. You go back to your art college. I'm happy with my A's in chemistry and things that actually matter.
That is what the sun does when it sets. It's not setting. It's not. In other words, the Earth is not going around and spinning and hiding one side of itself from the sun, or losing the sunlight on one side. Instead, it's that the sun is rotating around above the Earth, and when it goes to a distance, our perception cannot see it. Our eyes cannot see it. They can only see so far. And so
you are a moron, because that's not how it works at all, is it? Now, when you look at the sun, or if you're going to look at the sun, look through it through protective eyewear, solar filters, etc., etc. I'm assuming you're not all morons, but if any flat earthers watch this, I don't really want them going blind, because that would just be stupid. Now, use protective eyewear, look at the sun. Does it shrink into a tiny dot over in the far distance, or is it slowly obscured by the horizon, disappearing bottom first? That'll be the fucking second one then, won't it? You don't actually have to be any sort of genius to understand this. You just have to have 2 eyes, some sunglasses, or some solar filters and a camera. And it's been done enough times. And you're saying,
Yes, from art school, these people will understand how vanishing points work and things disappear into the distance, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then someone asks you, well, does the sun do that? Well, no, but also yes, because the Earth is flat. But you just say it doesn't. Yeah. Here, have some drugs.
because that's a good response.
The last point that I wanted to bring up was, well, there's so many points I wanted to bring up here.
Well, what points have you got on your piece of paper? You've obviously planned this video out because you got your piece of paper and drew shitty drawings with your limited understanding of how anything works. So surely you should know what the fucking next point is and say,
I had so many points, and yeah, they were going to be the best points, and yeah, the greatest points ever made by flat earth wank bags. I mean, flat earth people.
You obviously know what you're going to talk about. You're just padding your runtime, you wank bag.
That I don't want to bring up too many, but because I do want this to be just a 101 and to make more videos in the future.
Well, surely if it's a fucking 101, you should cover all the problems that flat Earth have. So let's start with solar eclipses, tides, sunsets. Then we'll go on something like plate tectonics. How does that work? Continental drift. If you're one of the people that says
The Earth is only 6,000 years old,
maybe you should address why we have trees older than that. We've got settlements that are older than that over on Earth. We've got fucking cities that are still occupied nowadays that we believe have been occupied for more than 6,000 years. Then you'll have to address the fact there's no evidence of the flood, because most of your religious zealots believe that the flood was actually literal in the Bible and did happen at that sort of time. And then go back to the pyramids and say how within like 100 or 200 years did they go from the 7 odd people that were on the ark to then having the entire population split and forging the Egyptian empire and building the pyramids that then show no water damage. And if you want to say,
oh yeah, but they're not all smooth.
Yeah, that's because the stones were nicked off them. You'd expect at least water damage in the ground around them for such big structures. But none of this fucking fits with anything you're ever going to explain, does it? No, you're just going to rub it on about some shit that just shows your lack of understanding. You don't want to address questions. What flat earther ever wants to address questions? Even on debates, you lot don't want to address fucking questions.
But, definitely look into this though, guys. I mean, don't just take, science's word for it, and they say, oh yeah, some scientist told me that it's like this, and it's definitely not like this. Don't just take their word for it, and don't just take my word for it. Actually do some science yourself.
The best advice you can give in this video, go do some science for yourself, and I would suggest you take up that advice yourself, because it's quite obvious you've done none of that sciencey goodness, have you? You've just sat there and gone, my marine has now all turned to jam because I jumped up and down on it, and then that cloud looks like a dolphin, but apart from that, the ground look flat. I'm ignoring hills. I'm ignoring the fact that things disappear bottom up. I'm ignoring that tides are a thing, but it's fine because my brain is now made of jam, and I'm gonna get this piece of paper and make a video. I'm not gonna make any nice slides or anything like that and use graphics. I'm just gonna draw it, and I don't even know, I must have had a proper camera to record it because it must have been on a stand and things to be able to record down like that and not knock it. I never get how people do that. I really don't. But anyway, a crazy video.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I could say more. I could say more about how...
Fucking say more then! Jesus Christ, and if it's gonna be the same level of fucking stupidity, you're either gonna get kicked in the dick, or I'm gonna slap you in my face with the dick, and you're not gonna get the choice. It's just gonna be whatever mood I'm in. Am I feeling kinky or am I feeling naughty?
This is reflected everywhere. I could say more about the torus. I could say more about the magnetic North Pole, which the compass is the only thing the compass works on. The compass, and you can't make a machine that's attracted to the South Pole because there is no South Pole.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here, and who knows, you might hit Nathan Thompson at the same time. But I'm gonna guess you don't know how compasses work, and you definitely don't know how magnetic fields work. And to have a monopole magnetic field on the size of Earth would be, well, let's put it this way, fucking mental. I'm not even talking about Dr. Evil level of mental planning and power needed to conduct this plan. It would just be fucking mental. Even he would say, what are you, some kind of fucking moron? And you go, oh, no, no, moron. Earth is flat, yay! Yeah, you're just special at this point. And I wish you'd talk more about the fucking tortoise, because I think it'd make a far more interesting video than this. Would be less mess. Oh, fuck my life. This is what your video has done to me. You have numbed my brain to the extent where words are failing to exit my mouth in the correct sort of order and pronunciation. It could also be the rum, but I'd rather blame your fucking video because... yeah, my glass is now empty. Yay. The rum has been drunk, and I don't feel like checking out the last bits of your video because it's going to be fucking stupid. This is the second time doing this video, and I know it's going to be fucking stupid. The idea of finishing it off is giving me a headache already and making me want to just go and... I'd rather clean the pub. I mean, not even just the pub. I'd rather clean the filters for the fans in the kitchen than deal with the rest of your mind-numbingly stupid, moronically idiotic, wank-spannery video. Because there's nothing presented in there that hasn't been dunked more times than I've had wet wanks. And by dunked I mean debunked, but I'm not re-recording because this is the final fucking segment of your mind-numbingly stupid fucking video. There is no way I'm dealing with it once again. So, hit the other thing, Mr. Outro Man.
Oh, well, you could have given me more notice on that, couldn't you, Mr. Barman? Facts, like, so yeah, that was the end of that video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Please go check out the other version over on MC Toon's channel. Link should be in the description below, or if you're really lucky, Barman will have a thing on screen that says fuck off over here. Yay! If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like it, tell Barman he's a wanker and why you didn't like it. Yay! If you really liked it, you can become a Patreon, along with Dorian Brooker, The Key Weasel, Purple Rhymes with Orange, Cheesemondo, and William Foley. Thank you to all those lovely people. You are awesome and you make Barman smile. If you like me a bit, but not that much, there's Teespring, there's all the other things. There's also, you can go and watch more Barman over on the Shills, Sunday Night Poker, Thursday Pub Chat, Friday he's there sometimes on a Friday, but not all the time. And Saturdays on the Silly Shill Show. Yay! And lots of other shows. Don't forget, Pain of Progress Season 3 is on in about 3 weeks from now, so middle of September. If you're watching this after that, go back, watch Pain of Progress, because Pain of Progress is awesome. Yay! Good night, everyone. Barman, see you again soon. Bye.